A key part to my approach to campaigning are some very simple, practical tools. Now, the first tool is simple and practical, and that can act as the foundation for your campaigning, and it's called the elevator pitch. Very simple, but it needs practice. I'd like you to imagine, if you would, that you were to step into an elevator or a lift, and the one person that you have literally been waiting months to speak to steps into that lift or elevator with you. Could be a local politician or an MP or a business leader. And the question is, how do you use those next 15 to 30 seconds? Now, I might argue that you might want to introduce yourself, you might want to set out the problem that you're facing, you might want to set out the solution that addresses that problem, and then you might have a very simple, clear ask of that person. That's the elevator pitch. Now, I used this method when I was training out in Hargeisa, the capital of Somaliland, many years ago. And they said, Jonathan, this is great, they said, but you do realise there are no elevators in Somaliland. And I said, oh. But they said, we go down the market on a Friday and we see the housing minister and we can never work out what to say to him. And by the time that we do, he's run off. Now, the elevator pitch is really important. I'll give you an example from my own career when I used it. I used to work for the Red Cross, and I can still remember my elevator pitch around our campaign on first aid. If I was to have met, say, the schools minister, I would have said, "Good morning, Minister. I'm Jonathan from the Red Cross. We're really concerned that at best only 1 in 5 schools in England teach their children first aid. We'd like to see a generation of lifesavers come through English schools. Would you meet with me to discuss how we might make that happen?" This is so simple, but it's not easy. And it requires practice. The key thing here is that you have your words ready. You're like a sprinter out of the blocks. You're not waiting, you're not searching for words. You are primed and you are poised to speak so that you never knowingly lose a chance to make your pitch, to promote your issue, to promote your campaign. So what's your elevator pitch? How might you use those key 15 to 30 seconds?